Good morning, comrades. Hope everybody's fine. So, I just thought I'd share with you what happened last night. So, I went out last night and I was only going to call for one. But before I know it, I then get dragged into a bit of a session. Yes, it's my fault, hands up. I always take full responsibility for my own actions, unlike our current set of politicians who, according to them, it's our fault all the time. Anyway, we got talking about 20 miles an hour. And a bit of a side issue here. In between all that, it turns out it's someone's 21st birthday. So, happy birthday, Ryan. Food was great, and hope you had a good rest of the evening, because I sent myself home early. Right, so back to 20 miles an hour. And this got me thinking about where are we now with it. So, a bit of a search, came up with this document here. And this is the latest one, I do believe, yeah, September 24, this is what I could find. And I still find it interesting. And if we all think or still believe that our government is like consulting us and is interested in what we have to say, well, the answer is no. But to start off, blue line here, and basically we believe that 20 mile an hour is right. Well, 500,000 people didn't believe that, but you still ignored us, right? But it also goes on to say it will save lives and reduce collisions and injuries. Well, we all want that, don't we? And then they're saying, in 2024, the public have had a chance to suggest where they feel changes should be made. Now, I've had a chance. That's actually an open thing, and I've had this debate before. You can't just say that's closed now, because if we vote you out, which I'm hoping we do, we can reverse all that, because we'll vote for a political party who listen to us. So I don't really get that anyway. So as you can see, if you think that you're dealing with people who listen to you and who are interested in you, then they're not. They're just going to literally tell you what's going to happen to you, whilst using your own money, my money, your money, to do it to you. So we've not really got politicians, we don't have democracy anymore, we live in sort of some tyrannical dictatorship at this moment in time, and it's been creeping towards that. Anyway, sorry, back to 20 miles an hour. So at that point I thought, well, let me go back in time and have a bit of a look to see what's going on. And then I found this from Lee Waters, that person who's so popular, and even now there's gaps in his CV, look at my other videos. And he just says the evidence from around the world is very clear. That it will reduce in speed, reduce collision, saves lives and reduce injuries. Right, that's his words, not mine. And he also comes up with this, we have stated. Now that's him and others, that's all the political parties together, because not one of the political parties, from what I could tell, actually said, check your maths. So they stated that casualty prevention, so this is prevention of people going to casualty, will save £92 million, and it's put every year. Now, to be honest, even if you accepted that at face value, that can't happen like that. I'll tell you why. Because once you've got over, say, 2 or 3 years, that's the end of it. There's no more savings to be had. Or unless your intention is to do away with any sort of internal combustion engine or cars at all. Other than that, you will never get. But even if you achieve that, you can never keep repeating that figure. It's impossible. And I've come across this before when I've listened to people in the NHS trying to convince myself. And what I found really interesting is how did they come up with the maths? So, and again, just a little bit of humour here. So I thought to myself, did they use this thing here? So I went through my desk, and this thing here, for Lee Waters' education, it's called a calculator, mate. This is a thing where you do maths, and it's quite good as long as you put the right numbers in. Now, this one's even better because it has a little solar panel. This is about, I don't know, 10, 15 years old. So look at me, I'm an eco-warrior, right? One thing I know is he did not use this. So at that point I thought, well, what else could he have used? And I thought, well, did he use post-it notes? Well, I'm going to say no, he didn't use post-it notes, because that would leave an evidence trail. So at that point I thought, well, what else could he have used? And then I looked, and I came up with these 2 items, right, a little bit random, an electric toothbrush or an exploding golf ball. Now, my money is actually that he used these 2 together, because that's the only way you're going to end up with this sort of calculation. As I say, it just don't make any sense. So this is a letter to, and it was to my, at the time, member of the Senate, and she's now the First Minister. Right, now then, again he goes on to say, projected cost savings, casualty prevention. Right. So what we've got going through all of this is that he is saying, the Welsh Government is saying, attendance at casualty will be lower, and that's accident and emergency. That's what they're saying. Right. Now he also goes on to say at the bottom, I understand that decisions like this can be unpopular. And then he goes on, however, I'm confident that we all work together. Well, you're not interested in working together, so talk about sort of misleading and being disingenuous, then, I mean, that's just like, dearie me, man. Anyway, so at that point I thought, right, let's have a look at the government figures. So I've put them both to here, together. Excuse me, still got my cold and things. And as you can see here, NHS activity April 23. Now, go down to the bottom where the blue line is, it says, and this is about attendance at emergency departments. Okay? Climbing at a slower rate than in previous decades. Right, so at this point we're all still doing 30 miles an hour. Right, in normal places. Okay, you weren't going past like empty buildings doing 20, we were doing 30. Now remember what they've said, that's what they've said, all the political parties all said that yes, it's going to be better. However, now let's have a look at what actually has happened. And this is their own figures. January and February 24, remember, we literally, this is when 20 miles an hour was imposed as a blanket without any consultation, and still no consultation. And then go down to the bottom line, and it then goes, but has reached a new high in 23-24. Now then, the question then is, so what's changed? So what else has changed? Right, so the so-called climate emergency, well, that can't have impacted on it. The economy factors can't have impacted on it. Having the potential to have 36 more, well, not potential, take it back, having 36 more people who need feeding off us, that can't have made any difference. The only thing I can think of, which is evidence-based, is they introduced 20 miles an hour. So clearly their actions has made everything worse. So I'll tell you now, we were correct. So as I said, so all this came from the just going out, and yeah, I shouldn't have gone out, to be honest, but hey, my choice, I'm an adult. I take responsibility for my actions, unlike our politicians. I put my hands up. So really, if you're thinking about who do I vote for in 2026, all this is a single exercise, 20 miles an hour, will tell you that you can't even trust whatever they're saying. They're not going to ask you, they're just going to dictate to you, and they're going to mislead you at the best. Right, as I say, I just thought I'd give you an update, so hope everybody's okay. Hopefully I'll get rid of this cold soon, and thank you for watching. Subscribe, tick, and catch you soon. Thank you.